Here we go. So well done, Marcus.
How are we doing?
A nice smile there for us. 2 wins in 3 days, 6 points, 10 points. Must be a better position to be in now.
Oh yeah, very much so. But we're doing typical Kettering, aren't we? We certainly make life difficult for ourselves, and from a very positive first half performance, it made the team talk very difficult at half time with scoring so late, because you didn't want to be aggressive or negative, because a lot of the play was positive.
We did actually say at half time, what would your team talk be? You must have got one prepared at 1-0 and suddenly to be 1-1. How does that change your thinking?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, we have a group where the captain and the players get together before the staff actually get into the dressing room, and that time is for the players to sort of take a breath, discuss what they feel they need to discuss, because at the end of the day they're the guys out there and they're dealing with whatever issues, and that's their opportunity then when they come back in to raise anything that they want to question. And it also gives the staff a little bit of time just to get a little sort of rethink, discussion with Scott and discussion with Paul, and think about, right, okay, how are we going to go about this? And what we wanted to do is keep it positive. They within the group, they found who was at fault for the goal. They dealt with it. They held their hands up, which is, show a great leadership and team spirit, and admitting it was a switching off moment. So that also brings trust and a good team ethic. And me and the staff, we just decided to just hang on to the things that are doing really well. We certainly were keeping the ball, even though we were massively overloaded in midfield. We were the first one to the second balls, and we were feeding the strikers, and we were causing them lots of problems. And certainly when they came out onto us, you always felt there was a counter attack, and I think it's probably something that the next phase of what we're looking at doing.
Hopefully we can show the goals. If we're ready to line up those goals, we can have a quick look, Glenn. If you can put number 1 on, please. There we go, from the talkers right, Marcus.
I think the fans will be the first to say that the ball retention, certainly in first halves of the game, is up there, and everything is the angles and options. And to be fair, Andy's been practicing to roll it off his knee into his ankle a fair bit. So
it's a skill, isn't it?
Yeah. He'll pull out 4 or 5 of them in training, and it's just nice to see him do it in game time.
I know last season they said that Andy Gooding is one of the most skillful players that Kettering have, and certainly when the pitches are in this condition, he's a different player.
Yeah, well, we've had a little word with Andy. I think Andy, through his sort of playing career, has been labelled as like a holding midfielder. And me and the staff feel there's more to give, and he's fell into a bit of a mindset where it's I'll just sit here and play it, and we've put the challenge into him and Will, and certainly any of our midfielders. We need them to want to score goals. It's not all about retention, it's not all about keeping shape. One of them has to be looking hungry to score goals, and that was one of the questions that I asked today, and fair play to Andy, he's popped up with a fantastic finish.
Obviously disappointed with their equaliser. Have we got that goal ready yet? Yeah, we've got the equaliser coming up here right on the stroke of half time, Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, we're questioning the free kick, but the refs give it. They've not played it quick. We've generally sorted the numbers out. Everyone kind of knows who they're looking after, and Dom's held his hand up. He's switched off as the ball's come in and lost his man, and I think he's sort of kind of gambled away, thinking it's going to come through, and the lads just checked inside him. So,
Ordner's almost got that, didn't he, as well? He got a hand.
One of Eno's strengths is shot stopping, which I know goalkeepers should have, but no, generally his reflexes, as shown on Saturday, is tremendous. So yeah, he's probably a bit disappointed, but I think Dom will be more disappointed than him.
And finally we had the third goal. Nick Wright only been on a few moments on the park, and was there right at the back post this time to stab one in for you.
I mean, we had I'm not going to say it's in the game plan, because the lad's got experience, but on Saturday he certainly had the same opportunity, and so did Elliot when he came on. And I think it's quite a nice tactic that we've got in terms of using the personnel. We've got some very young, fresh attacking players who grind defenders down, and I was very surprised at the constant change from Kings Lynn in terms of a back 3 to back 4, which gives us strength, and because it believes that we're hurting them when they're not happy. And so then bringing on Nick, who's technically very good, and he's a good size, and he reads the game very well. I mean, he's played at the highest level in non-league football, And once again, he's got himself in a good position, and thankfully he's got on the end of it.
Hopefully get that
well, he got on the end of it at Froome, but he just he did the what was harder
over the bar, wasn't
over
it? It
bar,
was a Ronnie Rosenthal moment. I think was it Rosenthal or Ryan Giggs moment. But
yes,
again, it was another hard-fought game, wasn't it? That was I think we said on commentary at Froome that of all the teams we played so far, I think you mentioned it as well, they created more chances against us and probably were more dangerous than here's the goal, Marcus, anyway, just before we start that.
Yeah, we've been talking about getting numbers in the box, certainly when we are breaking. I think he was quite shocked on how much... I mean, he's looking there to make sure that he's definitely not offside.
Yeah, that element, didn't it?
Sometimes you think the linesman guess because they think, well, how else can he be there, kind of thing. So, no, it's a positive weekend. And yeah, going back to the Froome game, I think they had more shots in that game than probably the opposition have had combined so far this season. And we looked at a few things, and possibly because we wanted to go a little bit adventurous. But we come to the conclusion at the spell that they had a lot of them chances was probably our game management, having just missed a chance to go 2-0.
Yes.
And we seem to have an element of panic or worry when we haven't sort of took our chances or negativity comes in. And that's another element that we need to work on game understanding or managing the situation. And certainly we could have dealt with that scenario at Froome. But yeah, they had their chances. Enol did a fantastic performance at the right time. Which, you know, on paper it looks as if the Froome could have gone and run away with it, but shot for shot we certainly deserved. Yeah, we did deserve the win, no doubt. And it's just nice that we keep creating the chances. We're getting numbers in the box, and the fact now we are hitting the back of the net. So, yeah, some problems we had a week ago. Yeah, but there'll be more to come. There'll be more issues. It's Kettering, you know. It's what goes on. It's part of our. It's just part of our makeup, isn't it? It's our DNA.
It is. We've been there, as you say before. We've seen it all before, but we haven't seen a month without a home game in the league. So we've got quite a few games now away. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think probably the league just felt that you've had enough of me for a month, having not had me for 2 years. So give you a month off. But hopefully, with the performances that we got, and certainly when we are under the cosh, we're working hard. We are trying to play a decent style of football. That more Poppies will come on the travel, because they certainly do make a difference and they do help. And there will be grounds where there's not so many home supporters, and if we can go in and turn it into a home game, then it certainly will benefit us.
Okay, Marcus, thank you for your time. Thank you for the wins, and we're back on track with Kettering Town on 10 points. And